Hi and good evening. Thank you for joining me. We're a couple of minutes late. Apologies for that. We had some technical issues going live. So I can't actually get the live stream on my phone to see the comments. So Anthony's going to read out any questions or comments live for me so that I can then interject with you. So today I'm just here to take any questions, have a chat with you about your health journey, and especially if you're new to, building a healthier lifestyle. Perhaps your doctor has spoken to you about your health and there's some changes that need to be made. Maybe you've had some discoveries and you've developed intolerances and there are allergies that have been plaguing you. And there are some people who just want to start making some lives, and you may have seen from day 1 to day 10 of just really just 10 days. It's not actually following the program of day 1 to 10, but giving an idea of the type of foods that can be consumed during the detox program. And the feedback has been great. One woman was saying that she feels a lot more energy, a lot more focused, and there are people who've lost some weight and body fat. Inflammation has reduced. There was one woman who had a bit of water retention, and she's saying that's now actually decreasing, and it's actually much better There's less pain. Somebody reported they were getting back pain constantly, and even, sleeping has improved for some as well. So, and people go on these detoxes for various reasons, whether they've been diagnosed with a common illness, they just want to transition to a plant-based diet because it is fully raw and it's fully plant-based. But there are some interesting dishes. Like yesterday, I did a live showing how to make a gluten-free tabbouleh, and that is a lovely, fresh Lebanese dish. But the main focus is really to get to that goal that we're looking for. And, one detox isn't going to solve, everybody's health issue overnight. It's a practice that we should do to support our bodies. And I tend to do this detox every spring, and it's a 40-day program. And that may sound like a lot, but really, when we break it down, it's a process. So, and it's not the same in the first few days. And because from day 6 down to day 40, the grocery list expands and you have a lot more variety during those days. So there's so much more that you can do, and then you can even start to have a bit of fun with the recipes, like the truffles that I put up here. There's a video there if anybody wants to make their own protein packed energy balls, or truffles if you like to call them. They're so, they're quite pretty and they're really satiating, and they can really sort of stave off a sugar craving as well, because there's no sugars in there at all, no date syrup, no coconut sugar. So it's all 100% natural. So I'm going to try and see if I can get onto the live stream, but otherwise, as I said, Anthony's going to have to read out any comments for me. Right, let's see. I think I've got lift off. Yes, I think I've got it. Yes, I can see the message in the beginning that I've put here. Hi, or please feel free to post any questions in the live chat. Yep, okay. I think I have it.
It's a bit strange, the app. Sometimes it works where you can see the live stream through the app before it actually goes live. Other times you can't until it goes live. So in future, what we will do is we'll send ourselves a link in another app.
It's gone again. Hold on. Or maybe Anthony, can I just borrow you a second just to see what's happening? I can see myself there, but I can't see the actual live stream chat. Is there something else I should be pressing? Oh, should I press that? Let's see. Okay, I think that's it. I've got it. Yeah, definitely got it. It's just lagging behind by a few seconds. So, yeah, so that's what happens when we go live, folks. There's always usually a few technical issues until things start running a bit more smoothly. But I mean to still keep running these lives open for anybody who is on a health journey, who needs some new information, alternative information about natural foods and medicines. And I'm going to actually start to put up some of the feedbacks that I've had from people using some of the type of herbs that I have on my website. I've uploaded just recently, because people have been using it and giving some really great feedback. So I was just selling it really through my consultations to people who needed it. But what I found was that there were so many people coming back with such positive reviews. I thought it would be a good idea, because of the demand for it, to put it on the website so it's available to all. And those two herbs are blue vervain and hypericum. Now, blue vervain is a flowering herb, and it's very good for low to moderate stress and anxiety. It's a nervine herb, and that's just a tiny bit of what it does, but it's a nervine herb, and it helps to work on the nervous system. When you have this tea, it works instantaneously, and it's such a good herb for people who are in high stressed situations, or maybe you're going through grievance, some sort of loss, you're under pressure, high amount of pressure, and perhaps you're not sleeping as well, and that's affecting your your mental focus. So something like blue vervain is very good for that, and it's also really good at helping with pain and inflammation. This is such a great herb for that. For instance, I had a lady who was suffering with plantar fasciitis. Now, plantar fasciitis affects the foot between the heel and the middle of the sole of the foot, and it's quite a painful condition, and people often remark on it feeling like walking on glass. The pain is really bad, and it affects a lot of people who are working, standing, doing a lot of sort of standing work, especially in retail, where they're doing really long hours, like 12-hour shifts. And this particular person who used the blue vervain, she had purchased it, and I have a group called Natural Workshops, and she posted on there when she, I'm just about to have my tea, and this is how quickly it can work. So she posted, I've just made my tea, and it was minutes later when she comes back on and says, wow, I can feel the, what were her exact words? I can feel the pressure coming off my mind, is what she said. And it is that effective, and it's particularly good. Now, it's not good for mental conditions, diagnosed conditions of people who are sort of more in the high category of acute stress, but it can help if you're having anxiety attacks, or you're feeling in low to moderate kind of mood. It's particularly good for that, but it's also a nerve receptor as well. And I had another lady who suffered with rheumatoid arthritis, and she remarked on it helping so much with her pain, because once the inflammation has gone, the pain goes as well. It's the inflammation that's causing the pain in the body. So that herb is available on my website, and that can be, I will put a link below where you can find it if you feel that's something that may be good for you. Let me just check I'm still actually linked to the live chat here. Yep, I'm definitely still linked to the live chat. That's good. So, yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, this is a spring detox month for me. And recently, I went away for a few days, just in, around the UK. I took a trip up to South Sea, and I went I went to Liverpool as well, which is another city in London. And it's difficult, isn't it? When you are on holidays or around family celebrations and you want to eat well, and it's difficult when other people obviously have different diets, because you might be you're restricting yourself on maybe dairy at the time, or you're going through a detox program of some kind, or you're just trying to really alter your eating habits to improve your well-being for one reason or another. And it's always that challenge, but I really needed this break. And life goes on, doesn't it? It's a 40-day program, and I know that there was one lady on here that had, I think it was a wedding, and of course, that's really challenging. And then there's another lady who went to a funeral, and in the reception, she actually brought a small container of foods and some fruits. So it's about being that little bit more disciplined. Or if you have that day, that special day where you've organised something, and it's some sort of celebration with friends or family gathering, that one day is not going to undo all the great results that you have gained. So it's don't beat yourself up if you've had that day, maybe to a weekend. It's a 40-day program, and this is what's so good about it. It's realistic in terms of its time frame, because it gives your body time to allow for things that happen. Not everybody is whole foods, plant-based like myself. So on those occasions, there may be things that you may revert back to that you were eating before in a particular day or weekend. It's just about getting back on track. And the good thing about it is you've been along the journey long enough to get straight back onto it, because you have the video examples between days 1 to 10, where I was doing food meal ideas, and it's just the food meal ideas to give you some scope of how you can make the dishes a little bit more interesting. When I say dishes, that grocery list that you have to create different dishes, and a lot of it, as you know, is in the sauces and the dressings and the mixtures of the smoothies and the powders that you can use, and playing with the dry fruits, with doing the truffles. So I hope you've seen the video and you've now got the recipe, and there'll be more of those as well that I'll be doing. And the tabbouleh, gluten-free, which was yesterday, and that was such a satisfying meal for me, and I'm sure if you try it yourself, you'll enjoy it too. I know that there's a member, Calandra, who did the tabbouleh, and she posted it about it on the 40-day detox program live with Carol Fraser. That's a Facebook group, and anyone can go there and join and have a look at what's been going on. But it just, there's so much you can do with whole foods, plant-based. And if you're watching the videos and you've seen the recipes that I've been doing, and you also have joined the detox program, where you get all the recipes that I've put up from days 1 to 10 on a Trello board, so you have it with all the pictures and everything, and also access to, on my membership, temporarily until the 10th of May. The Detox has got access to my membership group, and on there was so many, I think over 100 recipes, which consist of beverages and meals and smoothies, which you could prepare your digestive system with prior to doing the detox. So there'll be foods in there that wouldn't, ingredients in those recipes that wouldn't necessarily be available in the detox, but those foods could be consumed prior to going on the detox, just to prepare your digestive system. And if people are thinking, if people here are watching the playback or they're on the live, just comment and let me know if you may be interested in doing a detox this year, because I'm thinking to do a 2-week weight loss detox program. And that's a really good way of losing about 2 kg in 2 weeks. And I can say that categorically because people have actually lost, on average, 2 kg in those 2 weeks. And it's a really good program to follow. It is fully plant-based, but again, as I did for the 40-day detox program, I gave a lot of information and support, and doing the videos and giving out recipes and being available on the Facebook live group, as well as offering one-to-one sessions. So Anthony was just indicating there, is this?
I just want to remind you to grab your blender, because do you want to grab your blender?
Oh, right, okay. Anthony's just reminded me, because today I just literally received my new food processor, because I had a food processor, it wasn't working, and in one of my lives where I made the truffles, I blended the dried fruits with the nuts, and I did it in my my actual blending cup. I have a blending cup. It's not very big, but it wasn't the best thing to do it in. You can do it in a blender, but my blender was quite small, so all the ingredients didn't really kind of blend really well in there, and I had to give it a good shake. Had I used a food processor, it would have been way better. So I've got a new food processor, and it arrived today. But for some reason, the person who delivered it just literally left it on the doorstep. Nobody rang a bell, nobody asked for a signature, and my son was leaving the house, and he found on the doorstep my new processor. So this is part of it, and now it was a really special deal, which comes with a lot of features. I'll show you. It's called Electri, E-L-E-C-T-R-I, Electri. And this was, I think, just over £100. But I got it on special offer for £59. And when I find the link, I'm going to put it in the description after the live. And the reason I got this, it had really good, it had 4-star reviews on average, and the reviews were really good. And one of the best reviews was a woman who said she had spent money on a very expensive processor she'd had for many years, and this one exceeded it. So it certainly exceeded her expectations anyway. So it's got so many different features. Just for £59, reduced from over 100. I've got another, I don't even need another blending cup, but it's very handy because especially when I'm doing my lives and demonstrations, I can use one blender without overusing the one that I use for my family. So that was a surprise to see this huge blending cup. I saw all the moving parts and bits and everything that it does. It's got so many features. I'll show you. I think there's a little booklet as well, Anthony. I've left, if you don't mind getting that for me. The booklet is, if you go downstairs, you'll see it. I left it on the step and I forgot to bring it up. So I've literally unboxed this today and I couldn't really work out everything. I have a bit of a mystery going on with it, and maybe you can help me solve it, because in fact I've yet to read what I've got to read the booklet. I didn't even have enough time to do that just before the live, because it literally we discovered it just before coming live today. So it's literally just out of its box. So let's just have a look. So obviously you've got this part here that stops everything coming through the top. I haven't understood everything, but I've got some sort of, there's a chopping blade, metal chopping blade. This is for dough. I haven't worked out for hell or high water what this is. Maybe somebody could point that out to me. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is, once I've used it and I've tried it out with various things, I'm going to let you know how it goes and do a live demo on how to use this. Now this looks like, you know, one of those salad shakers that get the water out of salad. Is that what that looks like to you? And I'm gathering that would go in here like this. It sits like that. Okay, let's have a look here. It sits like this, but I couldn't work out. Obviously, no, that doesn't go on top, but I think that stays like that. I should read it. Just read the book, Carol. Who hates reading instructions? Oh my goodness. But anyway, when I get round to reading this manual, so it says food processor parts and accessories. Food processor, blending mixing jug, and mill grinding cup. That's what I was really impressed with. The mill grinding cup, and that comes with a little blade that you can screw onto the bottom here. That actually is the same blade that I have on the blending cup as well. So I can use it as a blending cup and also for grinding my herbs. And then it's got, so this was what I can't work out, the Whisk Attachment. So I will have to definitely go through this book with a fine tooth comb. Look, I've actually got, this is £60, guys. Can you believe that? I've got, so it comes with a whisk as well. So somebody's on the live here. Oh, hello, Calandra. Yes, it is a nice toy. You know what? I was playing with my toy, opening my box like a kid, you know, on Christmas Day. And as I was opening it, because I was in Anthony's room, because we were talking about what we were going to do for the week ahead in terms of the lives, I was unpacking everything, and I put a piece of it on his desk, and he said, "Oh, can you move that, please?" And I said, "I'm playing with my toy." And he said, Well, so am I. I'm doing, because he's got some other gadget and gizmo that he's using downstairs with his techno stuff. Don't even ask me what it is. But yeah, I was like encroaching on his space. He was complaining that, I was messing up his toys. I've just slotted this. Hold on. So this piece here slots on the top. So you can see it's sort of slatted, bowl-shaped, like a salad dryer, if that makes sense. And it clicks in there. I don't know whether that goes on the top. No, it doesn't. Stop doing that. But let's read on with what the attachments are. I have so the Whisk Attachment, which I've yet to work out how that's going to work until once I've read all the instructions. And it's got a 3.2 litre high capacity bowl, which is good. Good size blending bowl there. And allowing the processor of up to 2 litres of food in one go. A spatula. Nice little spatula there. What have I got here? Dough blade, which I showed you earlier. Of course, I've got the dough blade. Oh, I've even got a citrus press they've given me, which is a nice touch. Great. And 3 discs. So these are the discs that you've got grating, slicing and splicing. So that one's a grater and a slicer. Again, but in different sizes. So this is a bit bigger, this slicer and grater. And then some other. Oh, that's unusual. I'm not sure. I think that's a shredder. I'm looking forward to trying this out. And then I'm going to go live to show you how to use it and make a few recipes with it, which will be fun. So let's have a look here for a second. So I'm stuck with understanding what this piece is here. So I'm sure I'll work that out, but maybe whilst we're here, I can figure it out. But I've got to, hold on. So this bowl with the slats in it that looks like a lettuce, for drying lettuce. The citrus press goes on the top in the middle. And then you just juice whatever it is, and it goes into your bowl here. So that's, it's got a few little surprises. This is great. What else? Yeah, so this gadget here, I can't work out for the life of me what that piece is for. I only know that it fits. Where does it fit? I fitted it under something. Was it this? No. Right, I have to read the book. And then really fully understand what I've bought here, obviously. I got so excited looking at all the different gadgets and moving parts and everything, that I thought for £60, and the great reviews, let me just get this thing with this great big processor drum, which is fantastic. So just doing a quick glance down. Oh, what's that? Oh, I think I found it. Right. So remember I said I didn't know what to do with my whisks. So these slot in here. It's got these 2 holes here at the top. So the whisks clip in there, and then all I've got to do is work out the piece that drives it. Or does it go, hold on, no, that, yeah, okay. So that slots down there. And then, of course, hey, and that drops in there nicely. And then I can whisk. So, hey, listen, you know that I'm going to be doing, I should do my walnut cream. That will be a good one to do in a live. If you've got any special requests, let me know. Now I've got this great gadget, this great food processor for great deal, I think. And it's got some really, really good reviews. So let me just clear this away. And as promised, after I've worked this out properly, started using it, I'm going to do some actual recipes with you. And show you how to use it. Once I've worked out how to use it. I'm looking forward to it, actually. This is an early birthday present for me because my birthday's in May and I bought it as a present for myself. I'm looking forward to what I can do with it. So Calandra says, I'm terrible with reading the instructions too with gadgets. Oh, sometimes it can be a bore, can't it? But obviously it's the most logical thing to do, right? So, yeah. I'm glad I worked out the whisk though. That was really baffling me, that little piece. Yeah, now I know it whisks and it does all those other great things, which I'll then work out as well and show you. So I'll do some recipes, and if you have any special requests on what you might like to see, food-wise, recipe-wise, information-wise, questions that you have that you might want me to answer on the in the videos, in the lives, I can do that. So let me know what your requests are, but I will still obviously continue to put out content which is really just to help guide you along your health journey, okay? But I'm open to any requests as well if you wish. And one of the things I've also restarted, I should say, is Carol's Organic Kitchen. So you'll find me online at Carol Fraser, all one word, .co.uk. And for those of you like Calandra who've been doing my detox programs, who's joined the membership and has been with me from the early times of my natural health journey, in terms of helping people to become champions of their own well-being and understanding more about natural medicine and how that can work for you and your family. It's been a long journey. Those of you like Calandra, she's actually made leaps and bounds in her health journey herself. I've seen how far she's sort of brought herself in terms of the journey, in terms of being able to support herself, understanding doing her detoxes, and some of the recipes that she's come out with are great, really, really good. But one of the things I have brought back is Carol's Organic Kitchen. Now, Carol's Organic Kitchen from the early times, and Calandra will remember, I started out doing a lot of information on food and nutrition, food being your medicine, and it all being plant-based on a nutritional standpoint. At that time, I was qualified as a nutritionist. I've gone on to qualifying as a naturopath. And at that time, Carol's Organic Kitchen was birthed. And I was running workshops around the country on foods that heal and disease prevention, and also doing these detoxes as well. So I had a shop which had a few handmade items that I make for people in terms of supporting skin health, particularly eczema, which was something that my daughter had suffered with for years, horribly. And there are products it's a little bit confusing, but I have another business called Dermazeam, which is DERMAZEAM, and that's dermazeam.co.uk. And on dermazeam.co.uk is a shop called Carol's Organic Kitchen, and there were products that I'd introduced before when I was operating as Carol's Organic Kitchen, and then I closed that side of things down to focus more on the kind of direct support in alignment with my naturopathic services. But I've reopened Carol's Organic Kitchen with all those products that I hand make for skin health and the herbs, and additionally added blue vervain, and there's hypericum, which I do as a blend online there, and single herbs as well. The hypericum works very well with blue vervain because the hypericum is good for people who are, suffering with low to moderate anxiety and depression. Now, if these two herbs, blue vervain and hypericum, are blended together, which I have that blend, they work so much in harmony because they have similarities but yet quite different. And again, as I said, they're sold as single herbs as well. But I've opened up the kitchen, Carol's Organic Kitchen, and you'll see a range of natural products there because people started requesting them. And I was also, when I was doing my consultations, there were things, some of those things that were beneficial for people in terms of their health issues as well. So Carol's Organic Kitchen in the shop form has been rebirthed. You can go there at dermazeam.co.uk. Just have a look, have a browse of some of the items in there. And I'm going to be introducing a few other things bit by bit, but I've got, natural soap there. I've also got sea moss, which is available there. People requested that quite a lot. Now, sea moss is a sea algae, if you don't already know, and it's also known commonly as Irish sea moss, and it contains 92 of the 102 minerals that our body is composed of. And it's one of the most fundamental things on the grocery list for our spring detox at the moment, because it really nourishes the body from a cellular level. It's also good at helping with infections. It's great at balancing and metabolism. It's really good for people with joint health issues, back pain, which is all linked to inflammation. And this really unusual sea algae really helps to eliminate inflammation in the body. And it's high in fiber, so it's a great fiber natural food fiber supplement. And you can add it to soups and smoothies and sauces. I've even used it in baked goods as well, and also on my skin. And I usually recommend this highly for people who have dry skin, tired skin, eczema prone skin, you can literally use the gel, because you make it into a gel which can be stored in the fridge for weeks, and you can use it on the skin, and it calms down that kind of burning sensation, especially if you have an eczema flare, and you're getting this horrible itch. It can cool down the area, and it can take down inflammation topically too, which is really good, especially in the warm heat, where some people get prickly skin, you know, that kind of dry, prickly feeling. So it's really good for that. I actually did demonstrate CMOS in some of my earlier videos, and there is a video on how to prepare Iris CMOS as well. So I'll put the link that, you know, down below, where you'll find all these items on dermazine.co.uk, and you can have a look at those, and you'll see the CMOS there as well. Now I'm considering whether to do it pre-prepared in a gel form for anybody who doesn't want to have to prepare the CMOS. Some people say that they don't like the smell of it when they're preparing it. It has an ocean sea smell. I love that smell. I find it quite therapeutic, and I'm used to that smell. But if you're not used to it, having your kitchen smelling like a beach or an ocean, it might not be for you. So people have asked, and I just wanted to also reach out to you guys and find out whether maybe that's something that you would prefer, how you prefer to buy your CMOS gel. I prepare mine in spring water or mineral water for the minerals. You can also prepare it with distilled water as well, because it has all its great minerals in there. And one particular good mineral is iodine, which we don't find commonly in our foods now. It's depleted in our soils, and also, you know, it's not something that we get quite regularly if we're not eating fully organic, especially for things like wakame, dulse, and nori. You can find iodine in those, and iodine is really good for brain health function. It's really good in terms of also bringing up your energy levels. So if you're feeling tired or fatigued, that it can really, really help. And I had a lady who gave a video review. I think it may be on our channel. Did we upload, Anthony, the review on CMOS with the lady who suffered with anemia?
It may be available on your calfraser.co.uk website under the testimonials tab.
Okay, I hope everybody can hear Anthony. So yeah, it's available there, where there's a review of a lady who had suffered with anemia. She said all her life from her teens, and each time she was tested, because she'd go back for her testing, she said it was always low. Now at that time, I was preparing the gel for her. Now she, among a few other people, were attending my workshops, and I used to do the workshops in groups, and she was one of the people there who asked me to prepare the gel for her. And she'd started on it for about 2 weeks consistently, and she'd been on it for a number of weeks before I think it was at least a month before she had her next test had been due. And in her review, she states how the doctor said, that her anemia levels were fine. you know. And she was saying, you know, she now asks herself, you know, what anemia, because she's her, you know, her anemic levels are really, really good. And she said when she had stopped taking it, because sometimes, you know, you drift off and you don't take your minerals every day as you should. She said her, you know, her anemia levels did drop. So she's gone back on it, and she's still continuing to take it, and it's fine, you know. And you can stop it for a period and then go back to it. It was early on in when she was first taking it. She came off it quite quickly in a few weeks. So all you need is about 2 tablespoons daily of the gel. And that's really all you need, because the iodine levels in the sea moss varies. It can be higher or lower at any, you know, kind of given time. So 2 tablespoons is sufficient. That's all you need, and that just ensures you don't get an overdose of iodine as well. Right, well, we're coming up to an hour of having been live. So if you have any questions now, please do, you know, ask. Quite happy to answer your questions. But we've got a couple of minutes before we come up to about an hour, in fact 1 minute now. So I just wanted to say thank you for joining me. I will be doing open live chats, and I'll be coming on at 10 o'clock, which is Greenwich Mean Time. We're considering whether we'll be going to be doing this every week, aren't we? And every week. It may be a once a week thing where I come on today and give you an hour or 2 of my time. I think in the last live there was a few people who were asking questions and actually engaging in the comments as well, which was pretty good, because it's good to just build a community and support one another in our health journeys in terms of what's working, what's not working for us, and getting the right, of course, information as well to make, you know, wiser choices. So it's great having you, and I hope that you'll join me again in the next live. And if you are a subscriber, hit the notification bell so that you get the updates. And if you haven't already subscribed and hit that like button. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's been great having you, and I'll see you again. Don't forget, I'm coming on live every day during the week at 6 p.m. in the evening. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.